The beginning of the wedding. It's ready to be shipped right away. And the truth of the incident may never be known. Real payment of the law. %28% of Nina was born in Sweden. 190s early 1972. Her family was born because of this. Forced to betray their ancestors. Immigrate to the United States. It was installed in Sweden. Family can't get housing. Nina's 3 siblings were born first. Nina's father is very capable. Soon after, I started working hard in Sweden. His family built a stable and prosperous life. My father loved me so much, Nina. Mingming is confident and has something to do. Big work. She moved to another city. The company has entered the company. 25 start. And Nina, who loves kids, has always wanted to have a family. Legitimate children. Nina killed 30% of the men in Dutton, Avani. Avani is a success. Admired millionaire. He's been working on the family business. Nina is from Avani, her aunt. With the help of my aunt. This year, people have a meeting once. First time Nina Yuxi on Avani. But the second time it will be delivered. We understand each other better. Nina is slowly growing a crush on Avani. This happened in front of Nina. Alwani was once married to another girl. But the wedding was cancelled. It's his family that doesn't like that girl. No, Nina and Avani. They have very similar family backgrounds. Both parents are self-made. He also fled this country for the same reason. Go to work hard. Alwani's people beat him. Have a less than friendly opinion. Some people say he is arrogant. Some people like to show off their wealth. But I don't know why. In Nina's eyes, Awani was kind. A generous gentleman. This is a fixed price. The Greeks started the ground zero. They're going to go to another place to meet people. The way of shipping is to start shipping. This is a new and romantic experience. But it's been a long time. Take off your coat. Contradiction. Nina and Awani have been moving. Keep waiting. Refuses to move. The most important thing is that Nina made a good decision. She applied to the company to go to the UK. Branch work. How long? Nina's parents also went to the UK. Meet with Awani's family. This is Nina's house, not bad. But the noodles are sold once. Her family, is it? The Avani family is in trouble. No, compared to gold. The family prefers the Awani exhibit. It was extraordinary, and he did it with Nina. Nina told her family. Awani in respect for faith. Did you have sex with her before marriage? More family men are impressed. Bundles. The parents of the party are the first to be shipped. The wedding is on the agenda. October 2010. Hundreds of tourists gathered on the outskirts of Mengdu. Together I wish Nina and Avanina had a 3-day wedding. Nina's parents are now married. Hoping to improve the status of women in their husband's family. It looks perfect. But Nina's friends here thought this was a little strange. Because none of Nina's watches are wrong. She's kind of smiling. Luxury wedding bouquet 3. The husband is officially on his way to South Africa. A 10-day honeymoon. And this is really incredible. Nina 10 days of travel, no idea. Everything is arranged by Avani. Avani tells the people. South Africa. It's because the place he and Nina has a special meaning. In the provinces of South Africa. City walk. Avani takes Nina on a ride. Arriving in Cape Town, South Africa. Of course, there are many outside. Hotel shuttle service. But it seems that Avani has no intention of riding. He ordered another one. He and Nina delivered it, only. A luxury hotel in 20 minutes. Arrive at the hotel. Avaniji, please wait on board. He wants to rent his car. Later, we will make an itinerary for the meal with him. This is the order. Nina's staying in the city of Pompidon. Let's go to the 4 Lights in Putton City. The next day, Avani and Nina woke up at noon. And they were in the hotel bar and they had a few drinks. I took a photo. And he stayed there until 7:30 p.m. The company will pick them up according to the order. Dinner at a famous restaurant. But on the way to the restaurant, Avani and Nina have been cancelled. Change the route to eat the special snacks of the land. The company says it knows of a place to meet with others. So it's almost p.m. He's off the freeway. And they're parked next to a diner. Ninov was at dinner and stayed until about 10:30. The company will pick them up again. Avani. Nina asked on want to know the true cultural life of the primitive tribes of South Africa. especially their nightlife. And she urged him to do it. They go to those places. So the company sent one to them. It's called Guglielmo. Until today, crime is still very high in Guglielmo. Local residents are basically afraid to go out after dark. From 2005 to 2010, a total of 700 people were killed in the area. So yeah, during those 5 years, on average, one person is killed every 5.5 days. Local police are rarely there. So I can't imagine what Nina was doing. Proposed to travel to that place. Around 10:45 p.m. The driver parked the car at an intersection. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a man with a gun appeared, banging violently on the window. Then they sent another order to the company. This is it. Sorry about that. Okay, it stopped after about a mile. And Nina was shaking in the back seat. The man took off Nina's body. The hands of beads and couples. Send Avani to the warehouse. Leave hysterical Nina behind. Quickly disappeared into the night. Around p.m. a man on a small boat was knocked awake. This is it. He saw Avani. They were stumbling on every single one of them. Please help the police. His wife was murdered. Soon, the local police arrived. Affected Avani. This is the next time you've done something. The police have arrived at Avani. This is the crossroads. Let's figure out what's going on. They quickly settled on the name of the company. He also went to the police station. Robberies and accidents. Everyone goes back to Nina together. The hotel where the husband stayed. Understanding of the hotel's representation. Why does Nina want to go? Google, that's a dangerous place. They usually warn the hotel in advance. Your customers should not go to the local area. And soon Nina's father in Sweden got it. The police beat the police in South Africa. I learned that the woman was beaten. He said that as long as he could save the girl. You can meet all the requirements of the robber yourself. This is the same thing. Father Nina, immediately. The fastest flight to South Africa. Case early the next morning. The police received a police report. I live in Guglielmo. The residents of the 20-minute journey will be notified. A suspicious gray. And the big truck sat on the pavement all night. Around 8 in the morning. The police arrived at the warehouse. They were lying on the pedestal. Nina is long dead. Exploration. She was picked up close to the center. Please stay in your seat. She had bruises all over her body and neck. The cause of death was excessive blood loss. Nina's father is here with his family. And on the way there was a heartbreaking break. The police soon suspected the suspect. He's a local. Let's learn about Guglielmo. The danger that exists in that place. And he also knew very well that Ninavu was a guest. There is no local company. We will send customers to that area. The police confiscated the company's order. And he said, yes, Nina, I'm going there. That's a huge problem in Africa. Quickly board major new websites. A lot of the media have done it. The man was in a hurry to prove his innocence. Provided a large number of cases. The case was very profitable. And Nina's. The man also fell quickly. One of the men was named Montgomery. He was arrested 7 years ago. The police seized the case. How big is it? They arrested him at his home. They were lying in his bed. It was Haushusi's hand. Mangoni is the one who admitted to having done 8 cases himself. He almost immediately reported to the police. The other one is 26% of men. Yesterday, the police made an arrest. Same here. Nina's husband, Avani, immediately went back to the British. Confessed to the police. 3 cases involving a third person. He is the receptionist at another hotel. The police arrested the receptionist immediately. At the entrance of the police station's warehouse. The warehouse collided and got caught. Hotel reception. Asked the police for permission. Then he walked over to the receptionist. Remind him. Let's give it all away. So the police didn't receive it again. Of another suspect. He turned out to be that little guy. Are you curious? The warehouse will not identify another suspect. Check it out. Not only has the company not committed any crime. He was a good, law-abiding citizen. So what was the last crime that he committed? The police initially suspected the existence of a case. The bigger one has been revealed. They'll follow up. Right here. The company accepted the accusation provided by the party. Planning to make an affair. Receive the judgment of the court. Secretary. This case is not unsolved. It's a well-documented case. The case was led by Nina's husband, Awani. It's the man who planned in advance. The entire criminal history of his wife. Secretary. I received Avaniv at the warehouse that day. Transfer to the hotel. Nina ordered the hotel first. And Avani started talking to him. Screen control at Genji Hotel. The warehouse handed in about 10 minutes. Avani wants to be busy. But he refused. He thought he was not a coward. But 1% was paid in Avani. A person who can be busy. The driver went to another hotel. I found the front receptionist. The front desk received the package immediately. It's one of the best. Let's start by discussing how to give it away. Hand pass display. Hotel reception many times. This is another one. Case time. The hotel security camera picked him up. The noodles of the warehouse and the warehouse are connected. He did the same thing we just did. It must be done today. At noon on the day of the case. He beat up Nina's husband, Avani. This is the reward. The night of the crime. Avani used to do it when Nina wasn't looking. How's everything going? The company has arranged everything properly. It's on the way to Guglielmo. The company secretly and the hotel. Reception exchange. They've located the location of the crime. The police checked the company's communication. Basically, he doesn't have it. But soon, Avani rejected this plan. His family hired one. Very harmful law. There are extradition cases between South Africa and the UK. So the handling of the case has been going on in South Africa. Nina passed away more than a month ago. Xiao Zuji was sentenced to 18 years in prison. One of the late perpetrators consented to the crime. Sentence of 25 years in prison. Another perpetrator, Mungani, refuses to commit crimes. The most sentenced to 30 years in prison. As for the hotel reception, he confessed to working on Nina's case. I also express my intention to provide it. Nina's husband, Avani. Exemption of the buyer. Avani was arrested in the UK. Accused of allegedly stealing his wife Nina. But many people can't figure it out. So what did she do? Nina's death. Avani doesn't seem to be any good. Check it out. You didn't have insurance when Nina was alive. There's nothing in Avani. Don't worry. A newspaper in South Africa published an article. The South African police. Avani did this to Nina. The owner of that company was first. Received an anonymous letter. Implying that Avani is a homosexual. Mentioned in the package. She's been working with a guy a lot. The attacker identified the man. Men are receiving mention. Avani confided in him. Have a relationship that needs. However, Avani failed to do something about it. But the police suggested. Most likely it was Nina in the honeymoon period. The secret of Avani's sexual orientation. The most humiliated by the angry Avani. This is good news. Avani was once married to another girl. Then the marriage was cancelled for no reason. Before marriage. Nina once told her parents. Avani, because of faith. Before we were married. Also during marriage. Nina gave a lot to her cousin. She was very sorry to marry Avani. The marriage is wrong. Each of the previous elephants has hinted at Avani. It may be wrong about sexual orientation. The case begins. Avani didn't do it. South African police. Like the beginning. He sued the police. All the beads were taken away by the warehouse. But soon, he changed his tune again. Nina's to 5,000 wedding ring. It's right there on the seat. The police found the wedding ring in the block. The reason for his change of heart. Avani understood that the problem was affected. Error. Shortly after being detained by British police. Avani has developed depression and this is an emergency situation, etc., and the hospital will handle it. The cases were reported in the UK and Sweden. There was a huge backlash in South Africa. Forced by all parties. British Minister of State. And Prime Minister Theresa May. I've signed it. I agree with Avani. Extradition to South Africa.
Avani, the millionaire businessman based in Bristol, began his involuntary acquaintance with South African justice. 4 years after being accused of plotting the murder of his newlywed 28-year-old wife Annie on their honeymoon in Cape Town.
Courtyard. Avanito acknowledges his own identity. But refusing to accept includes 5 other crimes in Iraq. The real person in this case is a small company. And he's the only one that doesn't. People who expect to have a relationship with Avani. Can you convict Avani? It's all in his pocket. The prosecution played a lot of accusations in court. One of them shows a shadow. Case the next day. Sue and Avani meet at the hotel. Avani has a bag in his hand. He went back to the hotel with a bag. The last one in the bag is Avani. Pay the company's salary. But Avani's law is wrong. It's just for the normal work of the payment company. The prosecution suspects. If it is a normal reward, why avoid paying everyone secretly? It's a pity in the courtroom. The company panicked under the influence of the law. His behavior in court was constantly changing. And then I'm just going to paint it a little bit darker and darker. Such a hefty accusation. But these people are in conflict with each other. Avani's law, hold one. This is to remove all charges against Avani. The 23rd day of the courtroom tour. Provided by the judge and the prosecution. It's not enough to know about Avani and Nina. So he was acquitted of all charges. 4 years after Nina was killed. What the family is waiting for is actually the result of the wrong. An expression of their pain. This is a disappointing judgment. Nina is so unfair. Until today. Her family and friends are still trying to find out. They want to know. On that fateful night of 2010. What is it that a greedy little guy sees? A crime caused by indecent feelings. It was Nina's husband, Avani, who shipped it. Many people come closer to the truth. How about you?